Liverpool versus Tottenham on Sunday is a must-win game for Liverpool and Arne Slot. No exceptions. This is non-negotiable. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to centre around the busy and hectic week it is going to be ahead for Liverpool Football Club. A season-defining week for the Reds, as they not only battle Tottenham in the Premier League to obviously keep their competitiveness alive going into the final stages of the season for those Champions League places, a top 4/top 5 finish, but also looking ahead to the second leg of the round of 16 stage in the Champions League against Galatasaray, where a place in the quarterfinals is of course up for grabs. Liverpool face Tottenham on Sunday first, a game in which obviously Spurs come into this one in all sorts of chaos. They should be there for the taking, but as we know this season, nothing with Liverpool is ever a foregone conclusion. Then they face Galatasaray, 1-0 down going into the second leg. A big overturn at Anfield is needed, and they're going to have massive advantages in that game, considering that no Galatasaray fans will be allowed inside Anfield on that night. It's a massive week ahead. It's a season-defining moment for Liverpool. It may be a career-defining moment for Arne Slot as well in the dugout. Liverpool need big performances and big results going into the next several days. We're going to be looking ahead to both of these games. We're going to be talking about it because I just want to get this kind of stuff off my chest. I've mentioned it previously this week in a number of live streams and videos that I've done, but I just want to put it all in this one video here today. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. But before we get into all of that and much more, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. I also encourage each and every single one of you to get involved in the comment section down below. Use and abuse that section, people. Talk to me on everything to do with Liverpool Football Club right now and Arne Slot, and of course the busy week ahead, the mad week ahead. Would love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling down in that comment section. So please do use and abuse that comment section, because I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading. Otherwise, let's get on with the video. Let's get on with the conversation about Arne Slot and Liverpool Football Club. Look, as I mentioned at the top of the video, there's no exceptions. It is non-negotiable. Liverpool have to win on Sunday to not only keep their Premier League season alive in terms of competing for those top 4/top 5 places for Champions League football next season, but also to try and give us some momentum going into the remaining competitions that we have an opportunity and a chance of winning, such as the Champions League and of course the FA Cup, even if the FA Cup has thrown us an extremely tricky draw with Manchester City. Non-negotiable though Sunday. Let's tackle the first step first, yeah? Let's take first things first. Shockingly, first thing is first. Let's go with that, shall we? Tottenham, Sunday. Need a win. We need to win. Given what happened in our last Premier League game, losing to Wolverhampton Wanderers, this is a must-win. And it's a must-win against a side that would be extremely embarrassing and humiliating given the current state of Tottenham Hotspur if we were to do anything but win. A draw is not acceptable. A loss is even more unacceptable. We cannot lose or draw this game on Sunday. This is a must-win game. No exceptions. It is non-negotiable. I can't say that enough. I really, really can't. Like I say, our season has fallen off massively. We have underachieved this season. If we do achieve Champions League football for next season, that is still an underachievement, at least from a league standard. We could still salvage this season by winning the Champions League and maybe the FA Cup as well. But if it's just the FA Cup, still an underachievement. If it is the Champions League, then at least it is something. At least we have salvaged this season by some way, somehow. But with each passing game, with each poor performance, it is not filling me with any hope There is no sustainability. There is no consistency. We have been over this on a number of live streams, a number of videos, over and over and over again, talking about the same things this season. And again, I don't want to be sat here on Monday talking about the game only to be repeating myself about the same old stuff. I've made my position clear on Arne Slot. I have made my position clear that I have been slot out since we lost to Manchester United all the way back in October. Things have not improved and have not changed since then. If we go into Sunday's game and we drop points, we draw or we lose on Sunday, that is a sackable offence in itself. We are coming up against a Tottenham side who have not won in 2026. We are coming up against a Tottenham side that are in the pits right now. We are coming up against a Tottenham side who are very deeply in the mud, staring relegation widely in the face. And they could be a championship side come the beginning of next season. They could be. It is a real danger, a real possibility that they could be a championship side come next season. And yet, I'm not as confident going into this game as what I was a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I was more confident going into this game than I was Wolves. How is that possible that I am more confident going into a game against Tottenham than I am going into a game against rock bottom of the Premier League, Wolverhampton Wanderers? And then, of course, Wolves went and beat us. So now, I'm not that confident at all. I'm not that confident going into this game as much as what I was, should I say. It is a must-win game. Not just because of our season, not just because it keeps Champions League football, the hope of getting that next season alive, not just because, we lost to Wolves last time out when we need to bounce back. It is because if we don't beat Spurs, that will be the most embarrassing and most humiliating defeat of them all. Forget getting played off the park by Crystal Palace. Forget getting beat by our fierce rivals Manchester United. Forget getting beat by Chelsea, losing it late to Bournemouth, getting played off the park and slapped up by Nottingham Forest, getting absolutely smashed to pieces by PSV, or getting beat by bottom of the table Wolverhampton Wanderers. Forget all of them. Losing to Tottenham on Sunday will be our most embarrassing and most disappointing and most humiliating defeat of the season, if that is to materialise. I can't stress that enough, that the embarrassment and humiliation will be insane. It will be insane if that is to come to fruition. And then, of course, we move on to Galatasaray immediately after. Going into that game, we're 1-0 down. Going into that game, we're going back to Anfield with a deficit to overturn. Going into that game, it's going to be 100% Liverpool fans. No Galatasaray fans are allowed in that stadium in Anfield on that Champions League night. So we have the advantage in terms of the fan support. We have the advantage in terms of controlling the hostility and the atmosphere. But Galatasaray have the advantage in terms of going in with a 1-goal lead. Liverpool should overturn that. Liverpool should be winning that. And Liverpool should be going on through to the next round of the competition, where realistically they should meet PSG, barring some major implosion and collapse from the current holders of the Champions League. But nothing's ever a foregone conclusion. There's that phrase again. Nothing is ever a foregone conclusion with Liverpool, especially not this season. I am worried. I am worried that there could be some sort of major error, major problem, a major, as I mentioned earlier, implosion, explosion, and Liverpool Liverpool season might be over by this time next week. Liverpool season might be over by this time next week, and all we're then waiting on is for Manchester City to seemingly, inevitably, put the final nail in the coffin by knocking us out the FA Cup. I'm worried. Like I said, I think we do overturn against Galatasaray, but I can't say I'm confident going into that game. I should be confident. I should be confident. We're the Premier League holders. We spent 450 odd million in the summer. And yet I can't sit here and tell you that I am confident going into a game against, of all clubs, Tottenham, and overturning a 1-goal lead at Anfield in our backyard against Turkish side Galatasaray. Now, Galatasaray's away form isn't that great. We know that. Like I say, the advantages are all in Liverpool's favour going into that game. But we have seen us in our own backyard get beat by Nottingham Forest, get beat by Manchester United, get beat by PSV. Again, I can't sit here and tell you that I am entirely confident going into this game. I can't. Or these next 2 games. I really, really can't. This is non-negotiable. It's must win. It's time for him to step up. It's time for him to finally rediscover what made us Premier League champions last season. It's time for the players to step up, because again, it's not all on Slot. I think Slot is the major problem. I think Slot, when you look at all of our problems, is always the root cause of all of these symptoms that we've got. But at the same time, that doesn't mean everybody can't take responsibility for their own actions. The board have allowed this to go on for way too long. Way longer than it should have done. I've been a Slot out, like I say, since October, since we lost to Manchester United. Made my position and stance very clear on that. He definitely should have gone then. He most definitely should have gone after we got slapped up by both Nottingham Forest and PSV in the same week. They've allowed this to go on for too long. The players' performances haven't been good enough. You can argue the manager's tactics. You can argue about the manager's choice of players, his squad selection, the way that he plays, his philosophy, the way that he seems to have been completely out of his depth. You can argue all of that, but at the end of the day, the players' performances still haven't been that great. They need to take some responsibility as well. And as Liverpool fans, we have called them out. We have called them out, as well as the manager. But again, I do think if you are to put more of a percentage on the problems at Liverpool, I think the higher percentage would be on the manager, with all due respect. Massive week, monumental week, must-win game for Liverpool on Sunday. Must-win game next week against Galatasaray. This is a season-defining week for Liverpool Football Club. And it needs to be a positive one. It needs to be a massive, massive positive one. Failure to do so, if we get knocked out and we also lose to Tottenham, he needs to go. And I know I've been saying that for a while, but that definitely should be the final straw. That should be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And if there are any Arne Slot in people out there, I want to know why. And I'm not talking rivals, because I know that obviously rivals want him to stay for obvious reasons. But I'm talking Liverpool fans. If there are Liverpool fans out there that are still backing this manager, still backing this head coach, I want to know why right now. And I also want you to come back to either this video or any future video that I do about Liverpool after the events of this week and tell me why you think he still should stay, if you are still feeling that way. Because I honestly cannot think of anything really positive to say about Slot right now, or about this team. Anything that will give me confidence going forward, I just don't have it. Even when we were winning games against the likes of Nottingham Forest and West Ham recently, they weren't exactly convincing performances. And all I got told was, stop being so negative. Why are you constantly being negative? What is wrong with you? And then we go and lose to Wolves. Then we go and obviously lose to Galatasaray this week. And everything that I was saying, even when we were winning, has all come to fruition. So I just want you to be honest with me. What can Liverpool do this week to change your minds? What can Arne Slot do? And what can the board do? Because for me, it's obvious. For me, all of those questions are obvious. I don't want to be right about Arne Slot. I've been saying that all season. I want to be wrong about this guy. I want this guy to prove me wrong. I want the performances to improve. I want him to go and win me the FA Cup. Win me the Champions League. I want that. And I want to say at the end of the season, he proved me wrong. He got it right in the end. But so far, there's been no evidence to suggest that what I've been saying, or what a lot of other Liverpool fan content creators have been saying, is anything short of the truth. There's no evidence to suggest that we've been saying anything but the truth. Because we have. We've been seeing it before our very eyes. Things need to improve. This week needs to be positive. It is a massive, monumental week ahead. And I, for one, I'm really, really worried. I'm kind of worried about this week, in all honesty. I still think we'll win both games, but I'm not confident, and I shouldn't be feeling that way. I should be feeling on top of the world. I should be feeling extremely confident, but I'm not that confident. Look, those are the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling, so let me know down in the comment section your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, about Liverpool Football Club and Arne Slot. I'm sure what you have to say will make for great and interesting reading, so please do use and abuse that section, people. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated, and as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch, this has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you and speak to you all again soon in another video, or live stream, or whatever it may be. Cheers guys, thanks everyone for watching. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.